The video you're about to see, I don't even know where to start. I got on this plane to Dubai stoked. It's been an insane year for crypto. We've all made life-changing money already, and I was headed to meet hundreds of other YouTubers, entrepreneurs, and more at one of the biggest crypto conferences in the entire world, Token 2049. Things started off smoothly enough. I put my Emirate slippers on, ordered a few rounds of caviar, the stewardess brought some champagne, and I went to sleep ready to wake up in Dubai for the first time. But instead, I woke up in hell.
We are talking about that crazy Dubai flood. 6 to 14 inches of rainfall in 48 hours. It's about a once-in-a-thousand-year rain event.
Guys, while I was on this plane, I pulled up Twitter to see what was going on in Dubai, and I found out that literally the worst storm Dubai has ever seen was going on. Like, there was 5 feet of water on the runway, cars were literally floating away in the street, and we spent the next 3 hours,
We're stuck in the air. We're stuck in the air.
flying circles above Dubai in the wildest turbulence I've ever been in, waiting to land. I mean, this plane was doing gymnastics, and finally, after about 18 hours in the air, landed in Dubai.
I'm so glad to be on the fucking ground.
But unfortunately, things did not improve from there.
If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm hiking through a fucking tsunami to try and get to my hotel.
Every car in the city was shut down. The airport was a madhouse, and I literally had to hijack a random pedestrian bus, get off in the middle of some random part of the city, and then walk an hour in ankle-deep water to get to my hotel. And when I made it, well, I was ready for bed.
Thank God.
I am about to order room service, take a shower, and sleep for like 20 fucking hours. That was the craziest travel experience I've ever had. Love you guys. Nobody ever say Habibi come to Dubai ever again to me. And hopefully things look better tomorrow. Good night.
So honestly, guys, the first 3 or so days of this trip were a mess. And we're just gonna skip to the good stuff because I can sum up everything up until the 4th day in about 10 seconds. Ready? Wake up jet lag, sit in a car all day in 3 feet of water, go to lunches and dinner with a bunch of people making disgusting amounts of money in crypto, try and go to sleep before 4 a.m., fail due to jet lag, repeat. Long story short, these first few days were a blur, but on my 4th day, my videographer finally showed up and it was time for things to pick up.
We rolling? Good morning, guys, from beautiful Dubai. It is almost noon right now. I was supposed to wake up at 8 a.m. and film myself getting a haircut and meet this wonderful man behind the camera. And instead, I woke up at about 11. So this Dubai time zone is fucking me up. But just shot over a little wire for something that you're gonna see later in this video that I have never done before, that I'm very excited for. But in other news, the Bitcoin halving happened last night. And after about 2 weeks of my crypto portfolio getting absolutely slaughtered, I was down a lot of money. Colin was down even worse. I'll ask him when he comes down here. We are finally pumping. Our bags are finally doing better today. So that is great news. And second of all, we have a bunch of shit to do today. We're about to go to a really small exclusive lunch out here at a spot called Amazonico with a bunch of founders, VC guys in crypto. And after that, we're going to our friend Luke Belmar's Glitch Meetup, big event out here in Dubai. So it should be a very, very good day. Things are only gonna get crazier throughout the weekend, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. So the vlog officially starts now. Let's get it. I don't know where the fuck Colin is. Like, I figured out where he was. He was at the spa. We're supposed to leave 30 minutes ago. He was at the spa, so he'll be down in the next 20 minutes and then we can go. I understand the appeal, like for taxes as well. Oh yeah, sorry, I thought it was on my room. I must just scam the lady that gave me coffee. It's been a rough first trip to Dubai. Like just, oh look, there he is, look, there he is. Look, a wild Colin Yurkison. Look at him, there he goes. You said what, this is the worst flood that's happened in 23 years? Dude, it's like a lake on the runway. I'm watching videos of planes like blowing over, of buildings falling apart, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I'm just in the air circling all this shit. And in case you don't believe me about this whole thing, I'll put a clip on screen of my friend Jordan going on BBC international fucking news.
Let's take a look at some footage that you filmed a couple of days ago to just see what you've been going through.
They saw a video that he posted online of himself in a flooded Rolls Royce. He was driving a Rolls Royce through the water, trying to make it to his spot, and it literally flooded and like fried out the whole electricity of the car, and he went on national news. It's actually super hilarious. I'll put the clip on screen.
We're out here in the middle of the Dubai Ocean on a land yacht.
Yeah, crazy times.
Yeah, so I just went in the sauna, and I'm a top 100 holder of Beam, which is like a gaming infrastructure project. And so I'm in there, and I'm like playing the video that Luke Belmar just sent me on how to get into his event, VIP. And the guy overheard me, he's like, yo, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm in crypto, I have a Bitcoin mining company, I invest. He's like, oh, that's awesome, bro, you have a personal brand? And I show him my personal brand, he's like, dude, like, can you show me how to do that shit? And we get to talking about investing, and I'm like, yo, I'm a top 100 holder of Beam. And he's like, dude, I just got off the call with the founder of Beam. He's like, you want me to introduce you guys? I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get introduced. He knows Pentoshi, who's like my favorite influencer. You guys never know what's gonna happen when you go in the sauna in Dubai during the crypto week. I mean, you're gonna meet founders, billionaires, and shit's crazy.
How was your flight experience, bro?
My flight experience was worse than Champ's, for sure. I had to go to Bahrain, and it was brutal. We sat there for 5 hours. And I was with Iman Ghazi and my boy Evan. And Iman had like, basically the whole plane turned into like paparazzi with Iman. They just lined up at his little fucking stand and just like tried to greet him. The next disaster was our suitcases were gone. So they lost their suitcases. So then we were in the airport from 2 in the morning till 7 a.m. So I didn't sleep. By the time we got out of there, I had to basically steal someone's driver and pay him 1,000 dirham to leave. It sucked. Got back to the hotel at like 7:30 and barely slept, but what are you gonna do?
Hey, how about this? Tell them how we got scammed twice yesterday.
So yesterday, me and Champ got scammed 2 times. And we were warned by many friends. They were like,
Jordan said, hey, don't get scammed. Everybody said, don't get scammed, and we got scammed.
But anyway, we were trying to go to this crypto fight and watch Ansem get his ass whooped. And basically, we reached out to a couple Telegram groups that we're in. We're like, hey, does anyone have tickets for the fight? And I had 2 guys reply to me like, yo, I got you, bro. And so they're like, here's the amount of money it costs. Just pay half up front. So I'm like, Champ, send this guy $80 in USDC.
Here's the most fucked up part is before we even paid him, we were like, hey, send a preview of the ticket, but just mark out the barcode. And on that one that he sent, we looked afterwards, you could literally see that it said funticketgenerator.com.
Yeah.
So that kid scammed us. The other is...
And then I told him it was a scam, and he's like, bro, you're better off just sending the rest of the money.
Yeah, and then this kid was like, you might as well just pay me the rest. Habibi, come to Dubai, they said. What happens? I come to Dubai. Historic flooding, getting scammed over and over again. It's been a rough one, man. So hopefully things begin to uptrend right now.
I think the guy deleted the conversation with me. He's gone. I don't even know where he is.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting one so far.
Be careful out here.
Yeah, be careful out here.
Same nigga breaking down hoes left and right.
We're about to roll to our good friend Luke Belmar's event. Hopefully get some food I haven't eaten yet today, and should be a banger. Let's go.
Can you tell them what you do? Animoca Brands, the biggest investor in Web3 there is.
The biggest investor in crypto, yeah?
I'd say the biggest investor in crypto.
Yeah, so we met these guys, stroke of luck, by chance the other day at my friend Mickey's event. Had breakfast the other day, and all I can say is big things coming, eh? Big things coming, right?
Yeah, stay tuned.
So if you were watching this video and kind of FOMOing about crypto and you weren't, fully positioned, what do you think? Do you have time?
You have time.
What would you do in that scenario?
I'll just put a lot of money into AI, gaming, and all. L2s, definitely a lot of L2s.
Yeah.
And also bigger L1s that are coming up, like Monad, for example.
Monad's gonna be insane.
Which is gonna be insane if you can get your hands on that. But you have time, like, honestly. We're just in the start of the cycle, I think.
I agree.
So I think most people haven't been here for bull and bear markets, right? They just have been here for the bull. So they don't know how crazy it can get for a proper bull.
Yeah.
So people who are more experienced and have been through a couple of these seasons and a couple of these cycles, they're the ones who are better prepared, right? Like us, like all the guys who have been here. So we know how crazy it can get when suddenly your portfolio jumps up like 50% a day, right? Yeah. Most people haven't experienced that, so that's why most people, I would say, just sell way too early.
A lot of people watching this video, they're like, oh, Bitcoin's back at all-time highs. Like, oh, I missed the boat. I'll put the total 3 chart on screen right now. If you know, you know. If you know, you're gonna look at this picture one time and understand how much opportunity is left. So
I think what's going to happen is we are going to have this initial kind of bull market. People will think it's the top, and the Fed's going to cut rates. And so I think the Fed's going to cut rates towards the end of this year, or maybe like Q1 of next year. And when they do, I think we're going to get a really bad sell-off. Like I think Bitcoin could drop 50%, alts could drop 80% from wherever they're at. And then what's going to happen that's really going to spark this whole bull market catalyst, which is usually what happens every cycle, is they're going to print money. Quantitative easing. And they are not doing quantitative easing right now. They're actually in quantitative tightening, and we're still getting these pumps. But if you go back to COVID and you go back to when we had that massive crash and that liquidity crisis back in March of 2020, the main catalyst for why cryptos went absolutely insane is because they turned on the money printers and they printed 40% of the total money supply in a 2-year period. So once they start doing QE all around the world and liquidity starts upticking and they drop rates, that's when shit's gonna blow up, but I do not think that's gonna happen until 2025.
I think that people have this general misconception and fear of moving out on the risk curve, right? They look at crypto, they look at all this stuff that we talk about and are like, oh my God, it's so risky. Like, I'm so scared. I don't wanna risk it, right? But I think people vastly underestimate the risk that they are taking in the future they're gonna end up in by not defending their net worth, by not moving out on the risk curve, and how fucked the average person is going to be in the next 30 to 50 years by just leaving dollars in their bank account. Like, I think it's going to be 100 times worse than people believe it to be at this stage. I
agree. All you have to do is look back in history, right? Because history doesn't repeat itself, but it certainly does rhyme. So if you guys go back to Weimar Germany and you look at the German mark versus gold, when you zoom out on it, it literally looks like a straight line up, right? The German mark depreciated and it collapsed, and gold basically, took all of its value in. It's the same thing as Bitcoin right now. In the intermediary, in the short term, we have these cycles, right? Bull markets every 4 years. But when we zoom out and you look at a Bitcoin chart on a 13-year basis, it looks like it's a hockey stick up and to the right. So for us, eyes and ears on the ground right now, in the moment, we can see pullbacks, we can see all this shit. But when we're 80 years old, sitting on the rocking chair on the porch, talking about this shit, we're gonna be like, yo, dude, all you had to do was hold Bitcoin. It was so in your face the whole time. And I think Bitcoin's gonna be the global reserve currency, or at least a reserve asset for many central banks.
I agree. But bro, when we're 80, we're not gonna be sitting in rocket chairs. We're gonna be fucking shredded, living life, bro. Come on, bro, no rocket chairs. People don't want to put the time in. People think it's sort of this nebulous, confusing thing. Like, people think they're gonna get scammed, they're gonna get rugged, because there are tons of risks, right? It's extremely confusing. If you have even 3 or 4 different coins, it's very, very challenging to track, all their different narratives, things that cause them to pump, sell them at the right time, things that cause them to dump. But I promise you guys, it is worth putting the time in. And it is worth finding your people. It's worth finding a community of people that are staying ahead of this all the time, that can help you sort of navigate this space, because you can try and learn it on your own. But the reality is that I will tell you, that Colin will tell you, that this guy will probably tell you, is it takes the average person trying to figure this shit out on their own 1 to 2 cycles of losing thousands of dollars and getting fucking rugged and getting scammed over and over again, because this shit is the Wild West, right? The upside that's provided by this being completely unregulated and free, transferable over borders internet money is also that, bad actors can take advantage of people. So it's worth putting the time, and it's worth finding a community that can help you actually stay ahead of the curve. It's worth figuring these things out, because the main thing that I would say is that I truly believe people need to reframe risk, right? Like, yes, there are risks involved with this. Like, yes, everyone in this car has gotten rugged. Like, everyone in this car has bought something that has pulled down 90%. But to me, you probably feel the same. The biggest risk out of all would be not learning about the future of money and not understanding how I can protect myself from hyperinflation, and not understanding how I can take advantage of a generational transfer of wealth that really only happens once every 4 years. The riskiest thing you can do is be in the same financial scenario that you are in right now with USD in the bank 5 years from now, right? So it's worth the punt to me, and it's worth trying every single thing that I can. And obviously it's made us a lot of money, but even just the sort of general fundamental understanding of where money is moving and where the world is going is important for anyone to be aware of, even if you have tiny size to invest with, right?
That's the thing, right? You don't have to put all your money. Like, if you don't understand this market and if you're completely new, don't just put your house in it, right? Or your mortgage. Like, just put small amounts in it and test it out, test the waters, meet people, connect to people, find your community, find your clique, and then scale slowly into it.
Imagine if you had just averaged in $100 per month into Bitcoin since 2017, right? Like,
You'd be rich.
I don't know if you'd be rich, but
It would be good. It would be a good
pretty rich.
yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll do the calculations. We'll do the calculations post vlog, and I'll throw it up on screen. What that would have netted.
The sheets were taking body shots. Then I finished with a facial just to top it off. Hey, you ain't got a clue, let's be honest. I had a couple seasons made a forest. I put in the work and take the profit. Looking at my girl like what a goddess.
That shit was some bullshit last night, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you didn't spend money on it.
And bro, what we did, we got scammed.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Don't get scammed, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy tickets from second parties. Or was it third party?
He warned us not to get
I
scammed.
literally told this man not to buy a ticket, and he bought the ticket.
Well, actually, we bought 2.
Nice.
We got scammed twice.
That's what's up.
Catch me up and slowing in my sliders and my shorts. Chick trying to get my brother flips to share his thoughts. I think he's trying to tell me I should tell her he don't talk, I don't fuck with her. Yeah, I used to hit it, but you're stuck with her. Man, I wouldn't even try my luck with her. Yeah, let's say I'm bougie.
This is my boy Johnny,
My boy Champ right here, legend.
one of the goats of crypto YouTube. Johnny, what's your biggest bag right now?
My biggest bag right now, Prime and Cetify.
He's shilling my bags. How many X's are left in our bags? How far do we have to go the rest of this bull market?
I can't stand when people are still aiming for like 100 X's. You're aiming for 100 X's, you're gonna get wrecked. If my bag's currently 10X from here, I'm cool.
What if-
scale out profits at the same time, leave some upside in, take your initials out, make sure you leave this bag leave the cycle heavier than you came in.
What if I'm looking at the market right now? I'm like, oh, damn, Bitcoin's back at all-time highs. Oh, fuck, I missed the boat. Oh, man, all these altcoins are gonna pump and dump like crazy. What would you do? What should I do?
If you're getting in the market right now, brand new incumbent. I think that there's a lot left in this cycle. Adoption's just coming through the door. We're in unprecedented times. New all-time highs before halving's never happened. I would just accumulate altcoins, have a strategy to get into stuff that's undervalued. Altcoins haven't seen the run that we're gonna see. I think that pick a niche, stick to it, specialize in a couple. Gaming and AI are what I like. That's what I would stick to.
Pussy by himself, he's battle with his friends. Oh, you man are so insecure, man.
Thank you.
DM'd you a few times, I joined your community, but bro, just keep it authentic, man. There's not many like it out there. So
W.
I left my 9 to 5 3 months after you. And
Let's go!
Huge indicator, man.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Appreciate what you do.
Let's go. What a dub, what a dub. Appreciate you, bro.
Nice meeting you. Keep
Nice to meet you too. That was fucking crazy. I expected maybe that some people there would know who I am because me and Luke have, you know, a decent amount of crossover. But how many people walked up to me? How many hands did I just shake? Dude, I felt like a proper celebrity. The love is crazy. It's so cool to come out in real life and have people tell you the way that things that you've just posted on the internet have impacted them. Because I get so caught up. I'm so used to just like obsessing over the editing or the script, and I never think about the human aspect of it. So when you're approached by like 50, 100 people, all of which they're like, hey man, your video did this for me. Like, hey man, you inspired me to do this. It's, it makes it all real, you know? And that's like a really, really fucking cool thing. The love in Dubai is crazy. The love today was crazy. Thank you guys. Also, at this point in these vlogs, you guys are probably going to think I'm like making this up, trying to like advertise my shit, but I'll show you the timestamp on this. I just got a message from this kid named Dan Bright. And look what this kid just DMs me, right? This is right here. He says, bro, I just made 1.5K with the Prometheans airdrop at 17 years old this week, changing lives. And I'm not like asking people to say this shit, right? These are people that have just joined my community that DM me this of their own volition. And that's why you'll never see me online, like trying to post salesy stuff, trying to do like all this complicated marketing. I literally just go to my DMs and show people what people say to me. That's why I run this community. That's why I do what I do. So getting DMs like that, seeing people in real life, it makes all the travel and the bullshit and the hustle completely worth it. Now we are headed to some other event. It's Karate Combat, it's called. I think we're about to go watch crypto influencers kick each other in the head. I really have no idea. At this stage, I've completely given up on being very productive out here in Dubai. I'm just rolling with it. We're gonna go meet some of my business partners and hopefully have a good time. So let's get it. Fucking hell. Very fast paced. Unfortunately, no knockouts at the event, but it has been a absolutely packed day. Amazing day. We are now going to a dinner to have some conversations that unfortunately I cannot record with some future business partners of mine. But tomorrow we have a crazy day in store. I think this is gonna be the best vlog that we have ever done. It's time to spend some of these gains. So you'll see what I mean. Good morning, guys. So last night at about 2 a.m., I realized I need a haircut, but I don't really have time to go to a barbershop. So you'll see. I think this is him right over here, actually.
Let's bring out the champagne, roll up an airplane. Life is a rare thing, life is a rare thing. We rise, we fall, even went back so far. I found a way I can maintain, yeah.
Chat, rate the cut. Rate the cut, rate the cut. I need to see the back of it, one sec. Dude, he actually fucking did really well. Big day. So, guys, there's one car that I have been looking at for some months now, and that's a Porsche 911 Turbo S. I've been telling all my friends, I've been looking at them every day thinking that this might be the next car that I get. So Colin called me yesterday and was like, hey man, we're gonna rent supercars, take them out into the desert, do all this stuff. Do you wanna come with us? I said, do they have 911 Turbo S's? To which he replied, yes. So we're about to essentially go test drive my dream car, the car that I would like to buy later this year, and see what it's like. I've literally never driven one before. We're gonna take them to Nobu, I think, then out into the desert, then take dune buggies, then go snowboarding on the sand, and then I think do dinner out in the middle of the desert. We have not only this cameraman, but a drone to shoot the whole thing, and this should be a sick fucking vlog. And hopefully, I love this car, and in a couple months, you watch a vlog of me going to buy it. So, let's get it. So we got one Lambo, two Lambo, R8, 911 Turbo S. There's a Urus and a Cullinan back there that you can't even see. Welcome to Dubai, Habibi. Guys, they delivered me my future, the exact spec that I want. I've been wanting to drive this car for a few months now. This is the car that I've been planning on buying. So if today goes well, you should, in the next couple months, see another vlog of me acquiring one of these. But it's fucking beautiful. How do I look in this car?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Natural, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, guys, so this is a bit of champ lore right here. I just told him that I was doing music full time back in 2021, and he was like, what the fuck? I showed him one of my videos. Like, here, people don't know this about me, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at, look at me and Junior. The GOAT. This shit is on my Instagram. Like, people should be able to know, but every time I tell people, they're like, what the fuck? Like, you make, and then I'll play them on my records, and then it's always like, oh wow, it isn't terrible. Like, people are always worried it's gonna be so shit. Yeah, that music video I just showed you, I'll put it on screen right now.
Reborn in this bitch. Hey, come find me for the sunset. I know they only love me 'cause I ain't up yet. My baby always wanna get me under.
And the funniest part is, if anybody watching this video knows Brett Malinowski, the way that I met Brett was that he used to shoot my music videos out in Kansas City. And then one time I had him come shoot this music video that you see on screen right now for me in Austin. And he was the one who convinced me to get back into the game, to get back into crypto and start a business around it. So crazy fucking thing. But yeah, it's a little piece of lore about me. People don't know, but when I start dropping songs again, everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro. But if we were in the United States right now, I'd be driving like a fucking maniac. I just found this out, there's cameras like every 5 fucking feet that will detect your speed and then bill you. And I already know if I pull back up to this fucking supercar rental place and there's even one of those, they're gonna try and scam me out of a bunch of money. So I gotta be careful, bro. Sounds pretty good. No, just lunch.
This is where shit started to go downhill again.
All right, guys, let this be a lesson to you to take care of yourself. I don't even know what the fuck just happened. I was sitting at lunch, at Nobu, and all of a sudden I felt like I was gonna pass out. I went and I threw up. I ran into this clinic in here and just got like an IV drip for an hour. Had to do this whole thing with these doctors. I don't know if it's because perhaps I got food poisoning last night eating sashimi at Amazonico. I don't know if it's because I've literally just been running myself into the ground. You know, travel, 14-hour plane, working till 3 a.m. every night, no rest, shooting videos, working on my business. So let this be a lesson that eventually the body gives out. But we're good, we're good. I'm feeling much better. So now, Colin, Luke, everybody already left with their supercars. We missed them. They're going to do some fucking camel ride, desert tour that we are now going to miss, so we're gonna make the most of it, and instead we're just gonna take this car out into the middle of the desert. I'm gonna drive the shit out of it. We're gonna get some dope drone shots, and yeah, maybe some surprises. Let's get it. Oh, and by the way, guys, it's also very expensive if you don't take care of yourself, because they just charged me like $1,300 for that, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. It's an expensive, bad hour. Anyway.
So honestly, guys, after this, things just continue downhill. Whatever they gave me in that IV did not help, and I was really trying hard to stay positive, and I still wanted to take the car out into the desert that night for the vlog. As you can see in these clips, I was on a struggle bus, like down bad. So I ended up having to call it a day. I went back to my hotel running a fever, slept like 12 hours, and woke up the next day ready to get some fire content for you guys.
It's a new day, guys. Last night was a rough one. I laid in bed for like 16 hours, but I woke up feeling much better. Luckily, we found out last night that we have the car for 24 hours. So we have like 3 hours left to take this thing out in the desert and get the craziest shots possible. So let's get it.
Yeah. Taste the cotton candy, hit the gas, oh. I'm doing 100, I ain't see the dash, oh. I count my blessings, know I'm moving fast. Blessings on blessings, I'm drowning all in them, I'm having a scoop.
Need a ride?
Yeah, you walk away to shade.
All right, so in today's Dubai Chronicles, we just found out that valet fucked up the car. I swear up and down, we have not hit a single thing, no collision. Sounds pretty good. And I'm looking at the car whenever we got out to park it out here, and I realized the front left part of the car has like a scratch on it, like they hit a cone or something. So now, of course, I gotta go return this to the car rental company. They're not gonna believe me. I'm gonna go tell valet, you know, what the fuck, you guys, did you hit a cone or something? They're gonna not say shit. They're gonna say they didn't do it. So it's just, it's another day in the Dubai Chronicles. Let me just recount here. So first things first, I landed in a giant flood. I hike about an hour to my hotel room. You know, first couple days are kind of a shit show. Things start looking up, and then I get fucking food poisoning. I'm running like 102-degree fever all night last night. I wake up this morning, I'm like, okay, finally, you know, like it's the last day. We still have the car, let's go get some content. And yeah, then I realized valet fucked it up. So, oh yeah, and I spent like $1,400 on an IV that just made me sicker yesterday. There's that as well. So.
Welcome to Dubai.
Yeah, what the fuck? But I mean, guys, like, yeah, it's funny. All things considered, though, I'm not gonna sit here and complain. Luckily, I'm in a scenario where we can handle all of this. It is what it is. It's another day. It's another day. Things will go up. Things will trend up. I promise. Fuck. Oh, that made me so fucking nervous, bro. I gotta get the fuck out of this country, bro. I need to go home. What the fuck? Oh, what's the issue?
Nothing. Just only they are checking for the Salik. And
Okay, but other than the fuel, everything is fine.
they will contact with you each and everything about. But the car is okay.
Okay.
Car is
Okay.
Car has
Thank you. Thank you.
But I like how you want precautions. Don't want to get a scam before you.
Dude, I just like anything that can go wrong might go wrong. You know what I mean? So like, all right, guys. So it turns out we did give the car to the wrong person. But the beauty of Dubai is there's basically zero theft here. So they literally just called the other company. They're like, oh, sorry, we'll come drop it off to you. It's all good. So it looks like the final crisis was averted. And furthermore, we just found out that actually that damage on the car was there before we even picked it up from this rental company. So 2 crises averted. So I told you in the car, things were gonna start looking up. Things are looking up. It has been an absolutely insane, what has it been, 5 days? that I've been here. I fly out tonight at 3 a.m., so I'm about to just go pack up, get some work done. I'll have some closing notes for you guys. But yeah, first week, first time in Dubai coming to a close, and it was interesting, to say the least. Peace.